Breaking news, everyone. It is hot in Central Florida. Yes, the temperatures do climb up in the summer. In July, it can get over 100 degrees, and that's what's happening this week. Walt Disney World and Universal hit with heat advisory for temperatures that feel like 109 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's talk about it today on That Park Place. Vash, so this is not exact. I know I was being facetious with the breaking news thing, but like this is not late breaking news that it's hot in Florida. It has always been hot in Florida since Ponce de Leon walked off the ship and stepped foot on the shores for the first time. He looked around, wiped the sweat from his brow, and said, "Man, I wish I wasn't wearing all of these layers because it's really hot out here." That's a direct quote, by the way. But despite the fact that it has always been the case, Walt Disney World and Universal have never been empty during the summer until recent years. Now, suddenly, we all have to report on this because Disney has been using it as the excuse for why things are the way they are.
It was measuring attendance at Disney World on July 4th, which didn't really factor in temperature, which was about 100 degrees and 99% humidity on that day.
But so let's take a look at the heat advisory that just happened this week. Visitors to Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando face dangerous conditions Monday as the Orlando heat advisory remained in effect across parts of Central Florida. Forecasters warned that high humidity would push heat index values, often called feels like temperatures, as high as 109 degrees. Now, the National Weather Service issued an advisory from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. on July 27th that covered Orange, Lake, Seminole, Volusia, and northern Brevard counties. Universal Orlando Resort is located in Orange County, while most of Walt Disney World Resort is also there, although part of the resort extends into Osceola County. Afternoon temperatures were expected to reach the low to mid 90s. High humidity, however, was forecast to make conditions feel much hotter. Meteorologists said the heat index could range from 105 to 109. The Orlando heat advisory reflected another day of intense summer weather across the region. Hot temperature and high humidity have combined several times this season to create hazardous outdoor conditions. The National Weather Service warned that prolonged exposure to extreme heat can increase the risk of heat-related illness. Officials urged residents to drink water regularly throughout the day. They also recommended spending time in air-conditioned buildings whenever possible. Vash, here's the thing. People have been going to Disney for 50 some odd years in Central Florida while it's hot.
Correct.
Because you would learn how to beat the heat. You would learn how to fight the heat. So I wanted to maybe give a couple of top tips for people that are visiting in the summer as to how you can beat the heat in Walt Disney World. And the first one is basically to just plan your day around air conditioning. Here's the thing, like there are certain buildings in Walt Disney World, man, where they crank it up. Like it is the Arctic when you walk in there. And one of those buildings is the Hall of Presidents. So I would plan for if you're in Magic Kingdom for the day and it's 109 degrees out, with that insane humidity, you plan to go to Hall of Presidents around noon to 2 o'clock, like the hottest time of the day. That's when you want to deck into Hall of Presidents. You want to do a lot of shows. You want to do the Country Bears. You want to do, the American Adventure is a great one to do in the middle of the day because that's a 45-minute show. So there's plenty of air conditioning in Walt Disney World. You just kind of have to know where to go. And of course, there are places that you can go in to just kind of relax in the AC, like Communicore Hall in Epcot. One of the only good things about that is that it's an indoor space with air conditioning.
That's a fair point. What about the Land Pavilion?
Land Pavilion is another great one. The Land Pavilion, the Seas Pavilion. These are buildings that you can go into in the middle of the day, Vash, where you have you're in the air conditioning with plenty to do. You can go in the Land Pavilion. You could spend several hours there because you can go on Soarin', you can go on Living with the Land, you can go into that the movie that they have up on the top floor there, and you can grab a bite to eat at the Sunshine Seasons, which is one of the better quick service locations that they have at Epcot. Now, over at Epcot right now in the month of July, which is where we're in the hottest part of the summer, there is no festival going on. So that's a great time to experience the various quick service eateries that the resort has to offer because or Walt Disney World Resort has to offer, because you're not grazing around to the various booths. You're actually going in, and also the Odyssey Center is another one right there where you can go in and take a break. Epcot has multiple places where you can go inside and just get away from the heat for a little bit and relax. Magic Kingdom, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's not really a lot of like go inside to relax places in Magic Kingdom. It's typically because you're at a show, or you're at a one of the ones that I used to always go to was Carousel of Progress, but that's closed now for the summer. That was one of my great beat the heat places. And Hollywood Studios, Muppet Vision was another one for me, which of course they've also done away with. But having booking indoor restaurants, going to places like the ABC Commissary, which by the way, ABC Commissary, highly underrated quick service restaurant in Hollywood Studios, I have to say. Animal Kingdom, probably the hardest place to beat the heat, but you got things like I almost said tough to be a bug again. You got things like Zootopia, Better Zoogether. You used to have Dinosaur, you don't have that anymore. And Finding Nemo the musical, go and see that in the middle of the day. I love Finding Nemo the musical. It's one of my favorite live shows on property.
Oh, fantastic.
So, and another thing, Disney's got 2 water parks, guys, and like they're good water parks. Like I'm not even like exaggerating when I say they're good water parks. Like, go to the water parks on days that are going to be like this. Blizzard Beach, Typhoon Lagoon, especially Typhoon Lagoon, man. Like Typhoon Lagoon, it just feels like 90s Disney again, because they haven't changed it since the 90s. So there's just something special about Typhoon Lagoon. I don't know, man. Like it feel like you really get that classic Disney feel. But another thing, Vash, drinking lots of water throughout the day. Now, Disney is stingy with a lot of things, but they don't want you passing out in the parks. So they do actually, any place that has a soda fountain will give you tap water. They'll give you a cup of ice water if you want it. So go up and ask, they will take care of it. Now, a lot of these places now also, Vash, have the water bottle refilling stations at the drinking fountains.
Very helpful.
Do they have those in Disneyland as well?
Oh yes, we've been expanding them over the last, I would say, 5 years or so. Greatly expanding them. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I believe, was built day one with those water bottle refilling stations right there, which was
Galaxy's
very,
Edge
very
was for us as well, and then Pandora was also built with them.
Ooh, okay, so that actually predates my thinking there. But yeah, Disneyland has been slowly incorporating those. Obviously, you have some aging infrastructure out there, so it makes it a little bit difficult. But they have been adding those to various locations. I would say one of the most helpful for sure, especially if you do have a water bottle that you are bringing right there. Now, again, if it's insulated, obviously, if you are going on a credit coaster, you're going to have a cast member actually hold that for you on the side right there. But outside of that, Disneyland, like you said, Marvin, Disneyland or Walt Disney World, they don't want you passing out. So obviously you want to go ahead and hydrate as much as possible while trying to beat the heat, going from one air conditioned building to another.
So another thing, Vash, and this is a thing that they've had forever, but there have been such amazing like advancements in it. Personal cooling devices. So we're talking about like little fans and stuff like that. I have always found that those have been, a tremendous benefit to a full park day in the summer. So it used to be, I remember when I was like 12 and we were there, I bought one of the little fans from Disney, and it was attached to a water bottle. And so like you would spritz your face with the water, and then the wind from the fan was even cooler. Now, Vash, they've got the ones that look like headphones that like sit around your neck. And that's great. I actually just got my dad a pair of these for Father's Day, because it sits around your neck and it blows cold air around your neck and head and face. And when your neck is cool, your body is cool. Another thing to get as well is the cooling towels that they have there at Walt Disney World. They sell them everywhere. There's a blue one and a pink one. So I get it, and then you wet it down with cold water. You squeeze it out so it's not dripping, and then you just put it around your neck. It helps you out immensely in the heat.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, that's another pro tip for keeping it cool. Another one, and this is probably my favorite one, Vash, ice cream. Disney does ice cream very well. And I'm not just talking about, first of all, you've got the premium Mickey bar and you've got the Mickey's cookies and cream ice cream sandwich. One of those is infinitely better than the other ones. I'm talking to you, Mickey's cookies and cream ice cream sandwich, because that is the go-to.
Right.
But those are readily available everywhere, along with like frozen fruit pops and frozen lemonade and things like that. But I recommend going to some of the actual ice cream parlors that they have there. So I'm talking Main Street Ice Cream Parlor is a phenomenal one. You can get a really good sundae there. You can get a chipwit, like a cookies, like a cookie sandwich, like a cookie ice cream sandwich with like fresh baked cookies and a ton of ice cream in there. Get a funnel cake with ice cream on it. Have you ever seen what the funnel cakes with the ice cream on it look like?
I have. They look delectable, gorgeous on a sunny day.
So for those of you that don't know, it's not just like they take a couple scoops of ice cream and put it on the funnel cake. They have a giant cube of solid ice cream, and they take a knife and they cut it, and they put a slab, like a full square of ice cream, on top of your funnel cake. And it actually looks like a giant slab of butter, but it's not butter, it's vanilla ice cream. So,
fantastic.
Yeah,
wow.
It's great. And go to Anti-Gravities is another place in Tomorrowland. They have phenomenal ice cream over there. Storybook Treats over in Fantasyland, also great. Get a Goofy's Glacier from the circus tent or from the Main Street Confectionery or in Disney Springs. The Goofy's Glaciers are amazing. Do what I do and get the swamp water made, which is essentially you get every flavor of Goofy's Glacier and it just kind of turns into swamp water color, but it's absolutely delicious. The best ice cream on property, though, Vash, I'm going to give you the secret right here, because it is actually a kind of a hidden thing that not a lot of people know is there.
Please?
And actually, I see they're saying it in the chat. Jeff Elms, L'Artisan de Glacier in France. They will make for you there, Vash. It's called Croque du Glacier, right? It is ice cream and then either chocolate or raspberry sauce on a fresh, warm brioche bun.
Goodness. Whoa. That sounds absolutely fantastic.
They take a freshly baked brioche bun. They cut it in half. They put the ice cream on it. They put the chocolate sauce or raspberry sauce on it. They put the other piece back on, and then they put it in a press, and they press it down so that it's almost flat.
Oh, a press.
And then they give it to you, and it's like a literal ice cream sandwich. And the warm bun and the cold ice cream is one of the best things you can get. Now, if you want to get more of an adult beverage going for you in the heat, I recommend the Grand Marnier slush in Epcot over in World Showcase. That is another good one to get. However, in high temperatures like this, I do recommend against excessive alcohol imbibing, because that will dehydrate you.
Absolutely. That's a great tip right there, because a lot of people, they go drinking around the world in Epcot, and they underestimate just how hot it can actually get, especially with those concrete surfaces.
Days when you're sweating, that could be the killer.
Yes. Wow, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness. I think all this information actually is extremely pertinent right now, Marvin, because there have been such amazing heat advisories actually coming out of the National Weather Service and other places in Central Florida right there. A lot of people underestimate just how hot these places can get, and obviously that situation is exacerbated when you have long lines or shutdowns and so forth, even like the water rides, right? I think a lot of people go, oh hey, Jonas by Adventure, let's go ahead and hop on that. Well, you're going to be waiting a long time, maybe perhaps outdoors, and so you have to go ahead and keep that in mind when you're trying to go on, I don't know, Cali River Rapids, for example, or Jonas by Adventure, or whatever, that you might be spending some time in the heat, even though you're trying to get cooled off with those water-based attractions right there.
No.
That's why it might be better to go for something with an indoor queue. Even though it might not be a water ride, you might find yourself actually, being hydrated or satisfied when it comes to the heat conditions better than perhaps a water ride can offer.
In keeping with that, Vash, I would say the best rides for what you're describing are Bowser's Challenge in Epic Universe, because it's phenomenal. It's got it's an entertaining queue and it's air conditioned. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey over in Islands of Adventure, because that is another amazing queue, which never a dull moment in that one. Over at Disney, I would say there's an outdoor section, but once you get inside, Flight of Passage has a pretty decent queue and it's air conditioned. You'll be in that for a while. But the ultimate cool down ride is Cali River Rapids. And Cali River Rapids in Disney and Popeye and Bluto's Bill's Rat Barge in Islands of Adventure, both of which have outdoor queues though. So that is a thing to remember. Now, ice cream wise over at Universal, they have an amazing ice cream parlor at Epic Universe that the name of it is escaping me at the moment. Hold on, I'm going to do a quick Google search because it is really, really good. I've actually never gotten ice cream from there, but my wife has, and I've tried it and it's really, really good. Epic Universe ice cream place is Frosty Moon. That's it, Frosty Moon. It's a cool like building and place out there. Over in regular Universal proper, I definitely recommend the butterbeer ice cream over in Florian Fortescue's over at Universal Studios proper. Well, when you go into the Diagon Alley section, go to Florian's and go get the butterbeer ice cream. You will thank me. My wife really likes they have like a lavender ice cream in there as well. Emmanuel does just bring up Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls is okay. I'm going to say something controversial.
Mm-hmm.
The best log flume in Central Florida. Or maybe it's not controversial anymore now. Splash Mountain's gone, but it always was.
You think so?
Yes. Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls is amazing. It's so well themed. I love it to pieces, and the drop is so good.
It's so good. It is really good. That drop is awesome.
You ever notice how like Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls at the end, like there's two areas for the drop?
Yes.
There's two tracks.
Yes.
You probably know why that is, but I think some of our viewers might not. Do you know why that is?
I actually don't. I'm very curious to hear why.
So the original concept was you were supposed to be riding in a 2x2 instead of 1x1. And when you came to the drop, there was going to be a buzzsaw that sawed your vehicle. That sawed your vehicle in half. Yeah. And that was when Deadlegs was going to split. They couldn't figure out how to make it work though, or it was too expensive. So they kept it. So it was still built into the design, but yeah, it didn't happen.
Oh,
what a cool idea that would have been.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Obviously, it would have been very, very difficult to do that, especially in the late 1990s when that was being developed right there. But I always looked at that.
Very ambitious.
That double track. I was like, why is that there? I think I remember hearing about the buzzsaw thing, but now you actually relay that. I mean, oh my goodness gracious, that would have been absolutely fantastic right there. Oh. Great stuff.
Also over in Epic Universe, they've got Fire Drill over in the Isle of Burke, and that's a great water attraction where you'll get wet. So plenty of ways to keep cool, guys. And this is the thing. People are staying away from Walt Disney World and Universal in the summer months now, which means it's the perfect time to go. Which means as long as you know how to beat the heat, which now all of you do, you'll be able to experience far lower lines. You'll be able to save money on expensive Lightning Lane and Express Pass, and you'll be able to maximize your day like never before. And just remember, when you do, and you're eating that ice cream and you're going on those water rides and you're keeping cool while everyone else is sweating, just remember, you learned it from That Park Place.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.